Hello YouTube and welcome back to some more Tales of Tribute. Today we are going up against Woven Sense. And I get first pick. What do we want to play? Tossing the old Onsai. They're going to take a Red Eagle. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? Well, we've got economy, we can sell cards, we've got green, we've got black. There's a decent amount of power on the board. Now let's just trigger everybody by confusing it with Sorcerer King. Why not? Ugh. Well. And the only thing we could get would be 4 gold, which would stink. So I think we do this, we get that. Right. And then drawing a card doesn't do much, so I think we just take the shred and we just get rid of something early. I'm gonna keep the power actually. Because there are 2 patrons that require power. This is a very can be a pretty aggressive one, so do we use barterer and get rid of the snakeskin freeboot? That's a good card, but they have to go sorcerer if they buy that to really gain benefit from it. So we'll see if they do. They might take the refresh. The high summoning can be very strong with that refresh. I don't know. Every time I want to buy a barterer and free up the board, I just feel like I risk opening up to something else. Now they have another barter, they could just do it again. Okay, I think we're just gonna buy both of those and just get the combo because it's just a free combo, just living on the board for us. And we'll just also turn that. Yeah, see, if they would have gotten their blue card next turn, they would have been able to combo 3 with that and hit us much harder. No fun. That is no fun. I really don't want to get in this battle back and forth. Ooh, we'll take Warrior Wave all day. I really don't want to get back and forth with this battle with this up here right now, i.e. I don't want to maybe buy this or buy this to just force turn it back all the time. We need to get cards in the deck or we're going to lose long term, or we would just have to stay super aggressive with this. But right now, I think the option for us is that. Now, is there anything we don't want against us? These are pretty expensive. They can't afford that. These are okay, I guess. But all that's going to do is help them catch up. So I think the best thing to do here is to just bite the bullet right now. And if we can cross our fingers and get our power card here, that'd be awesome. If there's a contract blue card, that's a combo 3, so I lied. Nice economy card for them. They got some power there. Weird game. When I don't pick up red deck, I just feel like games get so weird. If I just remove something, we might just, you know, not make it good for ourselves. So I think while we have this turn towards us, we just create a Somerset sacking card. If we're gonna have like this weird stalemate back and forth game, I think the best thing to do is just to build into those. Like, they can have the gold. Although this turn we can get that gold back, which we really need to probably do. That's a great card. Be very surprised if they don't go for that. They might barter it away. They might not want to go blue, but even if they don't want to go blue, that's a powerful card. There's another Somerset card. So now they're almost just like counter buying us to a degree. Yeah, they're gonna try to stay up in their own way, which is cool, respectable. Got a good game here so far. Let's just snag that and see what we got. So I think based off what I see here, we're just gonna do that. So they don't have enough power to turn that back. This is good for us. I think we're just going to aggressively hit them here with we're just going to turn all of this into power, go up prestige. Yeah, I think that's the play. Although I think we might want 3 gold so we can snag this again and create another Somerset. So, because the only way that these things are really nice is if we get a lot of them. What do we buy and shred one? I think I like the idea of shredding one there and then making a card. That way we're not adding a card to our deck. We're swapping one of those crappy 1 gold cards out with a harder hitting card. And hopefully, since we're doing it somewhat early in the game, maybe that's going to help us, you know, steamroll a little bit here. But right now, our only objective is to click Teal Patron. Serpent Guard is probably going to be what they take. They've already bought a lot of blue cards, so they might as well try to catch up. No matter what, we're going to get enough gold to click this if we buy Harvest Season. So we could buy Harvest Season, but I'm actually afraid we might open up the board to something that we don't want. They still have a patron, and they were seeing if maybe they could probably sell something, I guess. We'd have 3 gold only if we bought that. I think that it's not wise to do that, and I think we just do that. Okay, we're kind of compacting down to our better cards here. This first draw was not bad at all for us. We're going to get a couple little prestige here, some gold, and I think we're just going to click Teal Patron again. Now, we could maybe go for a draw to try to combo, but I'd much rather just leave these blue cards in there to combo. This guy is cool. I mean, they can create Somerset cards. That's what we're creating. Those have to cycle back through their deck before they're even important, so not too worried about those. I wouldn't be surprised if they even sell that card with gold Halalu. Yep. As they know that's a sign of a good player. Woven Sense here is a smart player. They know that there's not much value coming from that card. Pretty much just the same thing that I just said, and we cycled down through. You could tell that Woven there was thinking the same. So, good player. But I think that tithe could be a little stressful if we didn't have 2 things already facing ourselves. But things are on the board are pretty expensive, so even purchasing the tithe, the only thing that they could probably do is get rid of 2 cards, and in this case, they'd only get 3 power for that. So a double whammy with this right now is not scaring me. Yep, they're just playing catch up. So this is like what pretty much happens with Sorcerer King Orgnum, which is why I don't like to play this deck too much, because once you start playing against somebody who is doing what I'm doing, it's very hard to catch up unless you can get some sort of big combos and kind of burst catch up, or unless you get some really good cards early, obviously, and you're just building like a pretty good deck. But for the most part, this is just what happens, and it kind of stinks. And we'll now be 1 point away from winning. So next turn, we should be able to play this Somerset sacking card and go over 40. That card does nothing. Doesn't bother me. They're probably going to sell it with Flalu, as it will really not give them too much benefit if they've already played their blue cards. They've got 1 more blue card coming, so in theory they could combo it for 1 power and replace a card in the tavern, but it's probably mathematically more beneficial for them to get rid of it now and get caught up. And they know that as well. Like I said, Woven Sense here is a good player. Little things like that. will tell you. And we'll just sacrifice one of those little cards just to get us an extra little buffer here. They've got to catch up quite a bit here. Very weird game. Green, black, gold, and teal. Aqua. I guess teal is more green, right? Aqua. I think it's going to be 46 to 37 here, guys. GG Wolven. Good player. Just annoying to go against a sorcerer deck. It really is. That's just what happens. We played it well. We stayed true to it. There was a part in that game where you noticed where we weren't getting good cards on the board. I mean, even now in the background, you can see that cards are very expensive. So my mindset was, well, if the cards are going to be expensive, why not just build cards with Sorcerer and let Sorcerer create our deck? And that was enough to scrape ahead and stay ahead. So if there were other decks like Red in play, or, you know, they were able to afford some of these green cards with more power, you know, maybe we wouldn't have done that. But we were able to scoot by with really just one warrior card as well. That option of being able to have 3 gold or 3 power goes a long way. And being able to turn patrons, maximize our power, all sorts of options with those decks, but they can be iffy. So I just locked in with the sorcerer, and we just rode it all the way to the end. So 10-minute and 40-second game. Not too bad there. 46 to 37. All right, guys. We are almost back to Rubedite, another plus 110. If you guys are liking these videos, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I appreciate all your support and love on all the videos, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.